I'm Calvin Bogan, student pastor here at West Point Church. This month, in February, Black History Month, we'll do a series called Black History in Hattiesburg, where I'll get the opportunity to sit along with attorney Glenda Funches, West Point member and civil rights veteran. We'll talk about Black history as it happened here in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. With that, do you remember any important figures that stick out in your mind when it comes to Hattiesburg and the Black history?
Well, my point of entry in the civil rights movement was Freedom Summer. And we're about to embark upon the 60th anniversary of Freedom Summer.
Wow.
And many of you may recall on the onset of Freedom Summer, the 3 civil rights workers were killed. Andrew Goodman was killed on the very first day that he arrived in Mississippi. He had just sent his mother a postcard. And so basically that was our first time interacting with white America.
Wow.
And it was rich college kids who came down from the north, and they stayed in our community. They lived in homes, African-American homes, and they taught Freedom School. And during that summer, we had lots of people come through. Bob Moses was the architect of Freedom Summer, but Denise Nicholas, remember In the Heat of the Night, she came through with a theatrical play, and they presented that play here in Hattiesburg.
Oh, wow.
And so Freedom Summer was a turning point for me because it was during that summer that I decided I wanted to be a civil rights attorney. But there were plenty of people who came through. Victoria Gray Adams was one. We had so many people to come through during that summer. And the person who was over the Hattiesburg Freedom Summer was Lawrence Gilliard. He was a student at Tougaloo College. And Tougaloo was very active in the civil rights movement. And so there were so many people, but if I had to identify one person, I guess it would be Martin Luther King coming through the night of March 19, 1968.
Could you tell us more about Martin Luther King coming? Where did he come?
Well, he had actually just left Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay.
With the sanitation workers the day before. And he was scheduled to arrive at 7. It was well after 11 o'clock before he arrived here in Hattiesburg. And one thing that really I will always remember is that he asked our organist, who was the cousin of Vernon Damer, Miss Wilma Baxter, to sing Precious Lord, Take My Hand. And she sung that, played it on the organ and sung Precious Lord, Take My Hand. And you know, if you go up to Memphis, to the Lorraine Hotel, when you get to the room where he was before he was killed, they're playing Mahalia Jackson, Precious Lord, Take My Hand.
Absolutely, right. Well, that's this week's episode of Black History in Hattiesburg. We'll be back next week with more important Black history facts about what happened here in Hattiesburg.